Mr. Beheshti, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Thank you for giving me this opportunity. First of all, my name is Vahid Beheshti, human rights activist, part of Iranian opposition, who dedicate his life, at least for past 18 years, fighting this evil regime. I mean, the Islamic Republic of Iran, the regime of Islamic Republic. So my activities was focused on uh, bringing the human rights violation in Iran by the Iranian regime to the attention of Western politicians, of Western leaders since, I would say, 18 years ago. And as you are aware yourself, we were having a lot of meetings in European Parliament, especially before Brexit, giving updates every month, every 4 weeks, to the MEPs in European Parliament, raising awareness about the human rights violations in Iran. But after 2009 green movement in Iran, I was involved in many demonstrations, especially in England, in London. After that, when the Iranian regime suppressed the demonstration, the people in Iran, and the demonstrations reduced outside of Iran, I was focused on having meetings and conferences about what's going on in Iran with the organizations that I am working with. I was working really on in that time, international organization to preserve human rights, IOF. And that was one part of my activities. Then another part add to my activities, which was Door TV, especially the Telegram channel of Door TV, which has more than 700,000 members. That started, I think, 2 years after 2009. I think it's 2011. By me and my friends, we created Door TV Telegram channel. Ruhollah Zam, few months after, created Ahmad News Telegram channel. So we were working together, me and Ruhollah Zam. He was working on Ahmad News, I was working on Door TV.
And Ali Javan Mardi.
And Ali Javan Mardi joined, because Ali Javan Mardi was with VOA. Ali Javan Mardi, I think 2 years later, created his Telegram channel and independently, and joined us. These 3 Telegram channels, they are really active. They were, but Ahmad News not anymore in the level of when Ruhollah was active. So we had our human rights activities from one side, and our media activities add to that from another side. Door TV and Ahmad News and Ali Javan Mardi's channel, they were focused on revealing the level of the corruption in Iran. And it makes the regime really, really angry, especially Ahmad News. Ahmad News was revealing a lot of corruption with the great work of our great friend Ruhollah Zam. God bless him. He did a great job in this field, and he sacrificed a lot, and in the end he gave his life on this path of fighting this evil regime. So that was another part of my activities, the human rights activities, the media side of our activities, which it makes me a journalist. I call myself human rights activist journalist. But in 2009, I would like to add this as well. I wrote 10 street theater, street shows, and which was focused about the Iranian regime, about their ideology, about who they are, about their tactics, about their strategy, about spreading superstitions in Iran, spreading the campaign of intimidation in Iran and outside of Iran. It was about 10 street shows, which most of them they were showed in Trafalgar, which drew the attention of many media in that time. That was in 2009, 2010. Anyway, we had our media activities as well, but this was going on till the movement of women life freedom started in Iran 2 years ago. After that, we decided to focus on IRGC, because IRGC was the main body that was suppressing Iranians, who they were out in the street, killing them, torturing them. A few days ago we saw the report of BBC World about Nika Shakarami, 16 years old, what they done to her, raped her and then killed her. We had many cases of like that. So IRGC is the main body that's responsible for these crimes against humanity in Iran, in region, and in here in Europe, which I'm gonna talk about. So we were focused on IRGC in UK, me, my wife, and the friends, to place them, to do everything that we can in order to place them where they belong to, on the list of terrorist organizations. Because by doing that, we are going to put proper limitation on their activities, and it's going to hurt them a lot. Because the heart of Iranian regime is IRGC. Targeting the heart of Iranian regime is targeting the Iranian regime. And we are going to hurt them a lot. That's why they are really, really sensitive about IRGC. So we were having a lot of meetings with politicians, with MPs, with lords in UK. And last January, not this January which we passed, 2004, January 2003, we had a parliamentary moment, and we thought we are going to have them on the list by a couple of weeks, which it didn't happen. And when me and my friends done our homework, we realized the big problem, the main part of the problem and obstacle was Foreign Office, part of the problem. And in that moment, none of our meetings was working anymore. The Foreign Office wouldn't even respond to our letters, to our calls. And one day, my wife, she was on the phone with one of the reporter, one of the very famous journalists of Iran International, a TV station, which she was attacked as she was on the phone with my wife in the streets of London with agents of the regime. My wife, she came down and says, I was downstairs and she said to me, Sima was attacked as she was talking to me. That was the spark of my hunger strike. That was the moment when I thought, we are not even safe here in UK, in London. It's not about Iran there anymore. It's not about Israel anymore. It's not about region anymore. Their activities is here. They are coming after us here, even in UK, in London. For 3-4 days, I couldn't have a proper sleep. I was thinking constantly until the idea of doing something big came to me, and that was the hunger strike, which I started 23rd of February 2023. So I started my hunger strike here, exactly where we're having our interviews now. 439 days ago, 23rd of February 2023. That hunger strike lasted 72 days. We had a lot of achievements, but not yet we achieved our main demand, which is the prescription of IRGC, Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. I can go through the achievements, what we have achieved, and then I think this is the main part of our, this is the first part of our interview. Our achievement, if I can start what was in hunger strike till now, on the day 26th of my hunger strike, for the first time after 26 days, the government, the UK government, recognized our hunger strike and our protest here outside of Foreign Office. So, Elisha Kearns, the head of Foreign Committee, on the day 26th of my hunger strike in the House of Parliament in question time, asked Mr. Tom Tugendhat, the Ministry of State for Security, this question. Vahid Beheshti has been outside of Foreign Office for 26 days and he is on hunger strike with the demand of prescription of IRGC. Is anybody from the government willing to see him and see what is his demand? Mr. Tom Tugendhat, he responded, yes, we are happy to meet with him and listen to him. That was the first time. On the day 33, I had a meeting with Mr. Tom Tugendhat, and he listened to all the reason that I put on the table, all the evidence, and he agreed with everything. But I understand the government, it was no will for prescribing of IRGC. And the reason, to me, is excuse, is not reason. But that was the first meeting. On the day 56 of my hunger strike, 125 MPs, they wrote a letter to our Prime Minister Rishi Sunak, and they came here and they handed that letter to me, which they said in that letter, we have the same demand as Vahid, the prescription of IRGC now. That was a great achievement, 125 MPs. On the day 62 of my hunger strike, I had my first, meeting with Foreign Office, with Lord Tariq Ahmed. So Lord Tariq Ahmed, we had our meetings last 45 minutes. So he listened to everything that I said and he agreed with everything, and in the end I said, so Lord, basically you agreed with me that IRGC is a terrorist organization. He said yes. I said, so let's move on from top and put them on the list of terrorist organizations. he couldn't answer me, and I understand there is no will, and there is something that's stopping our government from prescription of IRGC. On the day 66 of my hunger strike, I called for big rally from London Eye to number 10 Downing Street, which about 10,000 people, they said yes to my call out in London. They participate in my rally, and that was only London. In 8 other countries, people, they came out and they shout, this is not the demand of Vahid Beheshti only. We're demanding the prescription of IRGC. So this is just part of the, and another very important point, which shows how effective and important our protest is. 3 days before our demonstration, big rally in London, it took place on 29th of April 2023. 3 days before that, the Iranian regime, for the first time in past 45 years, gave a warning to British government that this rally is interfering of the British government in our internal politics. So you have to cancel that rally. Of course, we are living in a free and democratic country. That rally happened, and they published that in their media, in their main media, IRNA in Iran. That shows officially they warn UK government that how important our rally was. Then on the day 70 of my hunger strike, I went to Buckingham Palace. I hand over the letter to the king from the Iranian people, and on the day 72 I was hospitalized. On that day, so my body couldn't tolerate it anymore. I had heart palpitation, my all organs was falling down. Anyway, I was 2 weeks in hospital, 1 week in safe house, because when I was in hospital we found that one of the clergies of IRGC issued fatwa for my head. So that's why I was 1 week in safe house after hospital, and I came back here. Of course, the London, the UK counter-terrorism unit, God bless them, they did everything to convince me to not come back here. But I came back here, and after I came back here, I had a few trips, which it makes a lot of noise. The first trip was Ukraine. I am the first Iranian figure from Iranian opposition who traveled to Ukraine, because we have the same enemy. We and Ukrainians, we have the same enemy. As we speak, Ukrainians get killed by the drones of IRGC which supply to Putin. My second trip was Israel. That makes a lot of noise. I am the only Iranian who gave a speech in Knesset, Israeli parliament, which we can go through. And my third trip, which that one made a lot of noise as well, it was my trip to Washington DC. I gave a speech in Congress, and I had a lot of meetings with different offices in Congress and Senate. And we are still here demanding the same demand, prescription of IRGC. This is who I am. And to finish, only in last year I risked my life twice on this path. The first one was the hunger strike, and the second one was about 1 week after the October the 7th, which about 300 of Hamas supporters attacked me here with a picture of Ali Khamenei and Qasem Soleimani, and of course a big knife. which if it wasn't because of the great work of at least 120, 130 police officers, I wouldn't be here now and talking to you. That's who I am.